understand you're having difficulty with the warp drive. How much time do you require for repair?
There's nothing wrong with the bloody thing.
You know this ship like the back of my hand.
Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint.
How long would it really take?
An hour.
Oh, you didn't tell him how long it would really take, did you?
Well, Scotty, now you've done it.
Aye, the haggis is in the fire for sure.
Computer, shut this bloody thing off.
And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. Now today we're going to be reviewing a ship which is from the 13th anniversary bundle, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at that in a bit, and we'll drill down into the bits and pieces of that bundle. But this is one of two ships that I've picked up that I was interested in, if you like, and this is the Terran Eagle Pilot Raider, which I've made up to a T6-X. Now this ship came out as a T5U ship some years ago. I believe it's just under 10 years ago, to be honest with you. Now my understanding of it is it wasn't a very popular choice of ship back then, and yeah, I think it's been rehashed and put out as a T6 ship, and it's not too bad actually. I quite like it. I've had a good go with it, and yeah, I found it really interesting. Now when you do pick this ship up, it comes with some standard torpedoes at the front, which leads you to believe that this is a torpedo boat, or a potential torpedo boat. So what I've done is I've tried to keep with that theme. I've obviously done away with those torpedoes that came with the ship. They were just the standard ones, and I've popped my own torpedoes on it. And you know, again, I'm not a torpedo boat builder, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I just fancied having a go of it. And yeah, I was quite surprised actually at it, considering I'm not that good with torpedo builds. And yeah, well, you know, we'll go into that in a little while. Now, let's just drill down into this 13th anniversary bundle, shall we? And yeah, you can see what you're actually buying, and yeah, I'll give you my view on it as well. Okay, so here we have the 13th anniversary Terran bundle, and I've done some approximate costs here for you to think about. Now the total package, which I've been able to gather together, to my calculations, it was worth about 36,000 Zen. So the total cost for that hypothetical bundle was around $300, £240, or 267 euros. Now I didn't include the Beverly Crusher Bridge Officer, the Terran EV suit, or the 13 Ultimate Tech upgrades, or in addition to the Universal Warp Bubble. I didn't include them, so that this is a you know, a rough approximation. Now the total cost of the bundle that is currently on sale is currently $95, £79, or 95 euros. And that includes a T6 Terran Eagle Pilot, T6 Terran Cyrus Commander Dreadnought Cruiser, the Terran Hydra Intel Destroyer, the Terran Monitor Miracle Worker Carrier, the Mirror Crossfield Science Destroyer, which is account unlock, the Styx Terran Dreadnought Cruiser, that's another account unlock. You get a 100% off T6 ship token, which I've also included as a within the cost. And also you get the Terran EV suit, the Beverly Crusher Bridge Officer, the Universal Kit Module, Warp Bubble Raptures, 6 Starship slots, 6 RX, 6 experimental upgrade tokens, 13 Ultimate Tech upgrades, 13 Master Keys, and exclusive 2-pack, the Title Mirror Storm Chaser. So when this comes off sale, the total cost will be about 17,000 Zen, which equates to $120, £100 or 112 euros thereabouts. Now you should also take into consideration the sale includes some bonus Zen as well. So yeah, not only will you benefit on this bundle regarding the cost, but you'll also benefit from some extra Zen as well. So my next question, is the bundle worth the cost? Well, yes, it is. There's no doubt about it. It is worth it, because when you add it up, you know, you're looking at $300 worth of product, and with the sale you're getting it for $95 or £240 or £79 or 267 euros or 95 euros. Would I recommend it? Well, the answer has to be a resounding no. And you know, the reason for that is I'm a little bit weary of these mirror galaxy ships now. We have quite a lot of them in game at present, and some of them are just being repackaged and sent out to us. I also think we have enough crossfield science destroyers out there as well, and that to me is also a bit of a grind. The Eagle Pilot Raider, that's of interest to me, as is the Hydra Intel Destroyer. Now I have a Styx, so the only thing I liked about having the Styx added to this bundle was that it was an account unlock. But again, I think that was an afterthought, because the bundle was bombing, and I think Cryptic realized it was bombing, so they stuck the Styx in, I believe, as an afterthought. But anyhow, it is where it is. In my opinion, for this 13th anniversary bundle to have popped, what I would have done is I would have put the Razor in with this bundle, along with the Styx, the Eagle Pilot Raider, the Eagle Pilot Raider, and the Hydra. That would have been a better option for me. And you could put all these, you know, all these other bits and pieces, the Beverly Crusher Bridge Officer, the Terran Eagle, which is basically a glorified Mako armor. That's all that is basically to me. There's nothing special about it. Now, including the Razor in this, I think would have been a really good idea. After all, it's not canon. My belief is that lockbox ships should be special. So for example, the Titan that's just been featured on on Picard, the latest Picard episode, that to me would have been reasonable to say, yeah, well, this is going to be a lockbox ship. But the Razor, no, you know, it's not something that rocks my boat with regards to lockbox ship. I'm not going to run out and buy quite a lot of keys just to try and get the Razor in a lockbox. But I think they've missed the ball on this one. It's not something that is really interesting me. Yes, it is worth it, but yeah, it's for me, it doesn't do it. So there you go, a little bit of a mixed viewpoint there. I know there's quite a lot of people out there who think this is a fantastic bundle. I'm not of that opinion, to be honest with you. It could have been better, and it would have rocked my world if we'd have had the Styx, the Razor, the Hydra, and the Eagle in there, along with these other bits and pieces. I think then I would have been seriously contemplating picking this up. But as it is now, no, it doesn't do it for me. Right, so there you go. I've tried not to be too negative, but it's your money, and it's money that it's hard earned. So you need to be contemplating all of these issues when you're looking at purchasing this bundle. Now, of course, one other thing that you should also consider is you can purchase some of these ships separately, which is what I've done. I've purchased the Eagle and I've purchased the Hydra. Unfortunately, you can't purchase the lockbox ships, I thought, why not? But why not? I think that would have been a very good idea. But, it's not to be. Right, so looking at this Eagle Raider, I have to say I quite like its design. I also like the animations where the nacelles fold into itself as it goes into warp. So that's quite cool, and we'll have a look at that in a bit. Now, this ship is very, very small, as you can see there. Before this ship zooms out. Yep, she's very, very small. Teeny tiny, if you like. But she does pack a bit of a punch. So let's have a quick look at the statistics and the build, and then we'll probably go down to the ship's tailor and see what we can do with it, shall we? So this is my build for this ship. Now, yes, you'll have to forgive me, as I say, I'm not an expert torpedo builder, and so I've tried my best to put this together. We've got 5 weapons to the front and 1 to the rear, and what I've actually done is I've got the Delphic Distortion Torpedo, which I've got at 13,525 kinetic damage. I've got the Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo, which gives me a plus 2% bonus all damage, and that's a 12,733.2 kinetic damage. I've got the Enhanced Biomolecular Photon Torpedo, which again gives me another 2% bonus all damage, and that's at 11,257.5 kinetic damage versus non-Undine. And finally, I've got the Baal linked Sentry, the Sentry Anti-Proton Kinetic Torpedo, and that's at 11,216.8 kinetic damage. Now, finally, at the end, I've got the Phaser Wide Angle Dual Heavy Beam Bank from the Discovery Reputations tab, and that's giving me another 2% bonus all damage, and that's basically because if I put a 5th torpedo in there, it's not going to benefit this build at all, because I have actually tried it, and by the time the cooldown finishes, it's back to firing the first one. So yeah, having a beam in there does help. And similarly with the back, I've put a Terran Task Force phaser beam. I suppose I could have put a torpedo in there, or mines. But I do like the Terran Task Force phaser beam raid, and that gives us another 2% bonus all damage. Now, I've done a few bits and bats and tweaked things here and there just to see if I can make a difference. So for example, I've put the Universal Point Defense Bombardment Warhead, which is part of a 4-piece set with the Universal Dynamic Power Redistributor module. Now, the 2-piece set gives me a 33% phaser damage for directed energy weapons, but it also gives me a plus 25 projectile damage, plus 1% critical chance. So that's why I've picked that up for. I've also put on my Universal Immolating Phaser Lance because I really like this. It's quite a cool piece of kit, this. I do like that. So I thought, yeah, why not? We'll put that on. And also, I like the Universal Spinal Mount Plasma Torpedo. So I thought, yeah, as this is the torpedo build, let's stick that on and see how that goes. And that gives me a plus 24.2 increased plasma and kinetic damage, and a 16.2 maximum hull hit points. So that's that. Oh, and I think the Universal Ordnance Accelerator, that gives me another 26.3% projectile weapon damage. Now we'll go into the traits in a little while. So looking at the general stats of this ship, I've got the hull up to 90,842, and when I go into the wiki stats, you'll be able to see what the basic hull stats are, but I've got this up to 90,000. The shields for rear, right and left, 17,583. Yeah, a bit squishy. However, the resists, I've got them up to the mid-30s, so that's not too bad either. Accuracy rating 124, critical chance 44.3, and critical severity 204.4. So the stations, let's have a look at these, because this is rather an odd one, is this. So it's sold to us as a torpedo boat, but what we really should have had here is a commander command station, because we've got the concentrated firepower 3, which is also very good with torpedo builds, but what we also needed was emergency artillery 3, and that would have been really cool, but yeah, we haven't got that. So technically with torpedo builds, you should really have concentrated firepower 3, you should have torpedoes high yield 3, and also the emergency artillery 3 in there. So that would have been a really good one. So we've missed something somewhere. So anyhow, these seatings include, you get a Lieutenant Commander Universal Stroke Command Station, a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, you get a Lieutenant Universal Station, you get an Ensign Universal Station, and you get a Commander Tactical Stroke Pilot Station. So yes, I'm working on that. I'm just trying to get my head around things like that, because that also has been upgraded as the pilot station. So I'm going to have a look at that later. Right, okay, we've had a look at the build, we've had a look at the stats, the seating, and the... Oh, we haven't looked at the traits, have we? So let's have a quick look at these traits. In Tier 1, increased accuracy, plus 5% accuracy rating. Tier 2, plus 5 defense rating. Tier 3, we have plus 10% kinetic and energy damage. Tier 4, we have increased critical severity, that's plus 15% critical severity. And finally, Tier 5, which is the trait, Stealth Torpedo Bomber. So using pilot maneuvers or being cloaked grants torpedo spread. Each second, cloak adds 1 stack of this for 45 seconds. Using a pilot maneuver, it adds 5 stacks of this for 45 seconds. When at 10 stacks, instead of this, applies the torpedo spread 2 weapon firing mode for 30 seconds and clears the stacks. Stacks will apply while torpedo spread 2 is already banking up to an additional 10. Okay, now finally the experimental weapons, which we haven't looked at, the subspace depth charge. Now this gives Terran damage and shield drain, 6178.8 Terran damage, increases with auxiliary power instead of weapon power. So that's interesting. Maybe I should be upping my auxiliary power rather than my weapons power. That's really interesting. I think I've been flying this wrong, but well, I'll have a go at that. It can be fired during enhanced battle cloak as though it were a projectile weapon, and that's 2236.6. All shields increases with auxiliary power. You get a plus 2% critical chance and a 10% critical severity. During ambush after cloaked target, minus 10, all damage resistance 15 seconds. Excellent. Right, so that's that. So what we'll do now is we'll go down to the ship's tailor, have a look at all the different skins that you can get with this ship, and then we shall take her into harm's way. We might visit the bridge. I don't think it comes with a special bridge, but I'll see if I can pick a nice bridge up for her for you. How's that? Right, so see you in a minute. So here we are in the ship's tailors. We'll have a bit of a play around with this ship, see what we can do with her. This is the Mirror Eagle livery. This is the Eagle design, and this is the Aquarius. So let's just have a look at randomizing some of this, shall we, to just see if we can, what we can do to kit bash this ship. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, that looks cool. Back to grey again. Fade to grey. Another fade to grey. Showing my age there, aren't I? Fade to grey. Steve Strange. Yes, never mind. Yeah, that looks quite cool. Oh, I do like that actually. I like that. What is that? Type 0. Yeah, I quite like that one. another fade to grey. Yeah, I think we're just going back on a theme there, aren't we? Yeah, so yeah, I think we've more or less covered most of the designs, haven't we? Let's just have a look. Yeah, Type 0. I think that was that the one I liked? I think that was the one I liked. Yeah, got that one. No, I'll stick with my Mirror Eagle one. I mean, what? To be honest with you, I like that one. I don't like the distressed hull look, but I do like that one. That looks quite cool. Now then, looking at the interior, it doesn't come with its own bridge. It comes with this Origin bridge, which I'm not very keen on. So, as it's a pilot raider ship, I think we should be looking at something very small. Warship Utopia. Key Belfast. Belfast. Yeah, I normally use that for my Defiant ship, actually. Key Utopia. Warship. Belfast or Warship? I wonder which one. Let's have a think. I'm going to go with Belfast. Yeah, we'll go with Belfast. So we've got the Belfast bridge on there. So yeah, there you go. Right, so I think we've had a good look at all the skins. So what we'll do is, I've changed my mind actually. I'm not actually going to bother going to the Defiant Bridge, or the Belfast Defiant Bridge rather. Yeah, I don't think there's much there for us to see. But what we will do next is just have a quick look at the basic stats that you can expect when you pick up this ship. And following that, we'll have a look at the new Klingon event, and then we'll have a look at taking her into harm's way. So upon acquiring your Terran Eagle Pilot Raider, you'll find that at level 65 she has a hull of 47,250. She has a hull modifier of 1.05 and a shield modifier of 0.9. Yes, both the hull and the shield modifier are rather squishy, but don't forget, this is an Eagle Pilot Raider. Her turn rate is 21 and her impulse is 0.23. She has an inertia rating of 80 and her bonus power is plus 10 to engine and plus 10 to auxiliary power. Her bridge officer seating is as follows. You have a Commander Tactical Stroke Pilot Station, you have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Stroke Command Station, you have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, and you have a Lieutenant Universal Station with an Ensign Universal Station. She has 5 weapons to the front and 1 to the rear, and you can equip dual cannons on this ship. She has an experimental weapon slot and 2 device slots. Her consoles include 5 tactical, 2 engineering and 4 science. Her abilities are Raider Flanking, she has an enhanced battle cloak, destruction of enemy area defences, and pilot manoeuvres. For all of you who collect Admiralty stats, then you'll find this ship offers 26 engineering, 50 tactical and 50 science. Now don't forget, when you update this ship to a T6-X, you'll also get an extra device slot and an extra universal console. So here we are on a times Japori run. Hold on to your hats. Now, I know I say this about every run we do and every demonstration we do, but that was a really, really fun run for me. Considering it's my first torpedo build, I really enjoyed that run. Yes, it was quite an experience. I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I would highly recommend these torpedo builds. I just need a little bit more practice with them. Anyhow, unfortunately, if you look at the list there for that Japori run, yes, the Eagle Raider is in last place at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. But, you know, even so, it was still a good run. And I might even try it with Beam Overload and see if we can bring that time down a little bit more as well. 'Cause, you know, I did stick to the torpedo build with this ship. So, it you know, it may be better with Beam Overload. We'll give that a run and we'll see. But as it is now, yes, she's in last place, unfortunately. Yes, don't forget we're in the middle of nearly at the end of the 13th anniversary event. This will be for your compiler ship, which I've already acquired. And then there's the new event, which is live now. And to qualify for that, you have to do Defense of Starbase 1, which is my favourite, or To Hell with Honour, Battle of the Binary Stars, yeah, I'm not keen on that one, Remain Klingon Space, Operation Riposte, I'm not keen on that either, actually, Best Served Cold. So, yeah, and once you complete that, you will be able to claim the Pack Torchbearer's ground gear, and this looks quite cool actually. Torchbearer's armor, Torchbearer's environmental suit module, Torchbearer bat'leth, and you get a TFO reward pack ×3. This box contains 3 featured TFO reward boxes. You can only acquire this once per account, per event. Featured TFO reward boxes contain your choice of enhanced universal tech upgrade or 1 specialization point. So yeah, there you go. And upon completing that, you can then, like we're doing with the 13th anniversary, you acquire dilithium for every day that you run this event. So yeah, so lots to do in the world of Star Trek Online. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and yeah, don't forget, as always, please hit that subscribe button to catch further reviews, because that does help my channel. And yeah, and a like helps me as well. I do like it when I see some likes on my channel. That's quite cool. It makes my day. And talking of days, I better leave it to the rest of yours. So until next time, this is JeSter signing off.
I am Leonard McCoy.
Well, that's just typical.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Good God, man.
He's dead, Jim.
I'm a doctor, not an engineer.
Damn it, man, I'm a doctor, not a physicist.
She's dead.
You know, Spock, if an Earth girl says it's me, not you, it's definitely you.
I don't see no points on your ears, boy. But you sound like a Vulcan.
No, sir. I'm an android.
Almost as bad.